Okay, welcome aboard. We are talking about Scottie Scheffler and Tommy Fleetwood and the differences in their swings. Tommy, number one player in the world, great players, playing awesome. And then we had Tommy. He had a run of some great golf recently. So we're going to look at the differences in both their swings. Now, if you hit the like and subscribe button, notification bell, you'll get a video each week. Now, I'm going to give a little giveaway at the end of this video. I'm going to give a free online lesson to someone. So there'll be a code at the end of the video. You type down that code and then you'll go in the draw to win a free online video lesson. So we're going to look at setups here. We've got Scottie and Tommy. Now, obviously, a little bit of height difference. Scottie's over 6 foot. Tommy's just under or just on the 6 foot number. So we're going to see Tommy is going to be bent over a little bit more here compared to Scottie. But the difference comes in their takeaways and in their downswings. So if I draw a line on their shafts, we're going to look at Scottie first of all. So now, because he has a weaker right hand grip, which I'll talk about a little bit later in the video about grip styles and how the club works, Scottie Scheffler has a weak right hand grip, which means the V points to his nose at address. The club will be on the outside of this line. Tommy Fleetwood, a little bit more traditional. He has that V points between his right ear and his right shoulder. Then his swing, the club will go pretty much bang on plane. So there's quite a significant difference there. Now that is all with grip styles and how the right forearm is sitting at address. Believe me, I've tried to get what Tommy does. I can't do it. I am more like Scottie Scheffler, so everyone is different. Like as I said in most of my videos, 3 ways to do everything in the swing. And this is why you test and measure stuff. Okay, so now as we go back here, left arm parallel to the ground, you got the hands in the middle of the chest. Tommy is exactly the same. Scottie doesn't have as much wrist set as Tommy, so they're going to look a little different in the dynamics in the backswing. So Tommy continues up. That's a nice position there. Now Scottie, he gets up. Now he's got his arms a little bit higher. So we're talking about hands on shoulder plane. So there's Tommy, go up his shoulder plane. Butt of the club's on that. Scottie Scheffler, little bit higher up. So now, again, this is why you measure stuff. So we can have a look at it and go, okay, why is Scottie's hands a little bit higher? One is his right elbow is back and behind him a little bit more. That comes from the type of grip style. It's like Rory McIlroy, he gets his right elbow sort of back and up behind him a little bit more. So if I remove that line, move Tommy's line there. So there's a little different dynamics in the club face, stuff like that. They've still got the same side bends. Now on the way down, Scottie comes down. Now that club doesn't quite fall down into his right forearm. Because of his grip style, that face is going to be, the shaft comes down. As Tommy comes down here, you can see he shallows it a little bit more, tucks the right elbow, and then the club is going to be coming down the right forearm. Whereas Scottie, one frame more down, doesn't quite get there. So there's a very different delivery style in here. As you can see, Tommy Fleetwood is trying to tuck his right elbow in, whereas Scottie's got it back a little bit. The difference that is because of the right hand grip and how the elbow works coming down. Now there's Tommy there trying to get the elbow in front of the hip. Now Scottie's trying to do that as well. But you'll start to see Scottie, he's got to move his legs out the way to create the room. Whereas Tommy's going to deliver the club more down the line. Scottie's going to go a little bit left. Now he's got that leg slide because that's to create the room for the right hip to go through. Now you'll see the difference on the front on view in a sec. So the different hand path differences coming through, different release points. You've got Scottie's face is a little bit more open here. Tommy's flipping open. Again, We don't know what shots they're hitting. Scotty, I think, is trying to hit a straight one or a little fade. Tommy does hit little draws. So that's the only hard thing we're looking at in videos is, do you know what shot they're hitting? There's different patterns there. So now we're going to go across onto the front on, and you'll see the differences that stand out. Okay, the big things we are going to see differently here is we're going to look at the grips, especially the trail hand grips. So I'm going to zoom in on Scotty, and we're going to see a little difference in what's going on in his grip. And if I draw a line up the V of his right hand, points almost to his left ear, and then Tommy Fleetwood, V's going to point in between his right ear and his right shoulder. So there's a different dynamics in setup. Tommy's going to have more of a tilt. So if I then move this line from the middle of his right hand to his chin, is 81 degrees. Scotty Scheffler. So there's 2 degrees of tilt. Now 2 degrees is quite a lot in golf. So 1 degree feels like 10 inches. So there's quite a significant tilt difference in that. Now, as they then go back, so we're going to go Tommy swinging back. His hands are slightly forward, so the butt of the club's pointing inside the groin, whereas Scotty Scheffler, the pointing in the belly button. So now as Tommy goes back, there's the top of Tommy's backswing. And there's the top of Scotty's Scheffler swing. Now, when Tommy's got a strong right hand grip, his spine angle is going to tilt a little bit more to the right. The right elbow is a little lower than the left, whereas Scotty, his spine angle is going to be straighter with a weak right hand grip. So they're the different dynamics at the top of the backswing. Not everyone's the same. Everyone's a little different. So you've got to match what you do. So now Scotty, this is the big move. How much he moves down onto his left leg. Comes through. Now as we get to this position here, I'm going to clear some lines for you. And the right elbow is behind the hip and he's not bent, tilted as much. Now Tommy, as he comes down, still moves into the leg, but now we're going to look at the difference on how much more. So if I go from the middle of his Nike logo and draw a line to his belly button, it's 51 degrees. Now if we do the middle of the logo to Scotty's belly button, 60 degrees. So there's a slight difference in tilt. Now again, you're hitting a draw, you're going to tilt more to the right. If you hit a fade, you're going to be a little bit more neutral like Scotty Scheffler. So depends on swing styles and shot shape. So then we're getting down that Scotty at impact. So there's not much forward shaft lean. And then the Tommy's going to have more shaft lean and more side bend. And his right elbow is tucked in more. Again, there's all these varieties of what you need. So matching up your swing style to what you need in the game. So if you want a free lesson, type swing help in the comments and I'll put you in the draw to win a free online lesson.